And good morning, everyone. Welcome to News 5 Now, our live stream here on our WKRG Facebook page with some of the stories that we've been following. Wires everywhere. What's going on? I don't know. I'm Bill Riles, your host for the next few minutes, and we appreciate you watching as always. It's another hot July day. Some of you may be cooled off by afternoon thunderstorms, thunder showers, whatever you like to call them. Some of you will not. And if you're outside, you'll be sweltering because it's going to be in the 90s. That's the weather. That's the word from our First Alert Storm team. And we get into that because we're getting into News 5 Now, right now.
Brought to you by Green and Phillips Injury Lawyers, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Oh, yeah, we'll get you to our big stories right now and see what's going on out in the world. Number 5, Amazon Prime Day is here. Americans are expected to spend almost $24 billion during the big 4-day sales event, according to market research firm Adobe Analytics. Thought it was just Prime Day, but it lasts 4 days? Huh. Several other major retailers, including Walmart and Target, are also getting in on the action this week, holding rival sales of their own. There they are. There they are. Everybody's ready to be a consumer. There's things I need, man. Things I need. And I can just order them online and they'll be delivered right to my doorstep. Looking forward to that. Are you? I don't know. That should be our question of the day. It's not, but maybe it should be. So, anyway, let's move on. Number 4, great news for air travelers. Passengers at some U.S. airports no longer have to remove their shoes during pre-flight security checks. Two sources familiar with the matter told CBS News that's because the rule is expiring. The sources say the Transportation Security Administration appears to be phasing in that change. No doubt there are some TSA agents who are probably a little bit sick of that particular policy because it does kind of slow things down just a little bit. So there you have it. Number 3, in severe weather situations like the flooding that we've seen over the past few days in Texas, minutes count, and that's why our First Alert Storm team wants to make sure you are ready for when disaster strikes. Tomorrow there will be another programming radio, a weather radio. Let's try that again. There will be a weather radio programming event at the Greer's location on Cottage Hill Road from 3 until 7 o'clock. You can bring your weather radio or buy one there, and our meteorologist will program it for you. And that's important because you can program these weather radios to where you are. Not the whole region where something's happening 50 miles away from you. And if you're in Mobile County, that's important. But right where you are living. And so get your weather radio. It is a life-saving device. And the weather radio programming events could be life-saving events. So there you go. Number 2, the Justice Department will not release more files related to the sex trafficking investigation of wealthy financier Jeffrey Epstein. A Justice Department memo said there is no evidence Epstein maintained a client list. That's contrary to what the U.S. Attorney General had publicly stated for weeks. The report also concluded Epstein's death was a suicide. And number 1, the Florida Highway Patrol is investigating after 2 pedestrians were struck and killed over the weekend in Perdido Key by an off-duty deputy driving an Escambia County vehicle. This happened shortly before 3 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning, on Perdido Key Boulevard. Troopers say a 20-year-old man from Hoover and a 20-year-old woman from Calera, Alabama, were crossing the road when they were hit by the off-duty Escambia Sheriff's deputy. Troopers have confirmed the vehicle involved in that crash is an unmarked Escambia County Sheriff's Office vehicle. And those are some of the stories that we've been following since the weekend, since yesterday on Monday. We'll bring you to our question of the day. And this is important, especially if you're an outdoorsy type person. The question is, which bug do you fear the most? Well, let's see what some of you are saying, and I'll tell you mine. The story comes from panic bees attack, injuring 24 people, 3 critically, in a French town. So here we go. Michael says, any big spiders. Strangely, my wife hates roaches. You know the kind that, and some call them juniper bugs that fly through the house, the big ones, the big, thick, ugly, gnarly ones. She really is icked out by those. But she's okay with spiders. I don't know. Strange. Janine says, a cockroach that can fly. Yeah. Roach. Flying ones, says Karen. Yeah. Lone Star tick, says Matthew. That's a new one. Result in red meat and dairy allergies. Haven't faced those. The bald-faced hornets. They literally have a memory of offending parties from Paul. Really? I didn't know that. More on the flying roaches from Teresa. And another Teresa. Roaches, yeah. Aaron, none, but my foot loves to step on roaches. Okay. I don't really have much of a fear of bugs, and I'll tell you why. I've gotten, with this gardening thing that I do, which is a lot of fun, and if a lot of you are trying it too, pollinators are important, and even wasps can be pollinators, and so I've just kind of learned to tolerate them. And I had this one garden spider that took up residence on our deck, and I just kind of left him there because I called him Mr. Jones, and he obviously collects bugs in his web to eat. So I left him alone. He's still there. Maybe I'll take a picture of him and bring him to you, because I named him. Now we're kind of buddies. You know how that goes. So maybe I'll take a picture of Mr. Jones and I'll bring him in to see all of you. How about that? He doesn't know that his name is Mr. Jones, but I do. All right, get to our poll of the day. And this, of course, ripped from current headlines that I just read. Officials say there's no Epstein list. Do you believe them? I'll give you a minute to think about that, and then you can comment on our poll of the day and see what you think about things. You can do that right here on our WKRG Facebook page because it's easy to do, and we love to hear from you. So there you go. Our live stream is concluded. Coming up here later today, Devin Walsh at 9 and noon, and back here for News 5 Now at 12:30 today with more news of the day, questions, polls, all of the above. We hope to see you then. I'm Bill. I'll see you back here bright and early tomorrow morning for News 5 this morning, beginning at 4:30 a.m. Have a great day.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green and Phillips Injury Lawyers.
In the courtroom, the judge knows best, and this judge does too. If you've been hurt in a wreck, you need a law firm that knows the system and how it works. I'm attorney David Green. Call or come by anytime. You never need an appointment.